The words you have been waiting to hear for a long time, the drought is over. Your Denver Broncos have clinched a playoff spot for the first time since 2015. The second longest drought in the NFL has come to an end, and the Broncos are going to play at Buffalo against the Bills in the first round of the NFL playoffs. The wild card round is going to be Denver at Buffalo, Pittsburgh at Baltimore, and LA Chargers at Houston, with the Chiefs on a bye. So we'll talk all about what you need to know for that Broncos-Bills game. The time will be announced sometime during Sunday Night Football. But can we just take 60, 90 seconds to enjoy this? I know that the Chiefs weren't playing their starters, but I still believe that Andy Reid is going to be pissed off that they were shut out for the first time in his era, the first time the Chiefs have been shut out since their dreadful 2012 season. This was an ass kicking. And I know they played the backups and no one's going to give Denver much credit. But you can only play the team in front of you. And Bo Nix was superb. Playing second stringers or not, he was on target, on time, and with perfect touch. Everything was perfect for Nix. And let's face it, Broncos could have just turtled up and let the moment be too big for them and just started pissing down their leg. But they didn't. They took the opening drive and marched it down the field for a touchdown, and they never looked back. It was all Denver all day. The pressure never got to them. Plenty of times in the NFL, we see pressure get to teams. The Buccaneers today, at home against the Saints, trailing 16-6 against Spencer Rattler. Now, this team, this locker room, never flinched. This is a locker room that doesn't know anything about winning in the NFL when it comes to the highest level. It's a locker room that has basically no one in it with any real postseason success or experience. And despite that, they never flinched, they never wavered, and they took it to the Chiefs. And I am happy for Broncos country because all they've done is been tormented by Chiefs fans, coworkers, friends, family members, and even if it's Carson Wentz playing, 38-zip. Got a nice ring to it. So, Bo Nix and company, awesome against Kansas City. Now I want to talk about the Broncos-Bills matchup. We don't know the time yet. That'll come out in the next few hours. There are 2 time slots on Saturday, either like 2 p.m. Mountain Time or 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then Sunday is that 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then there is Monday Night Football as well. So it'll be one of those 6 spots right there. But when it comes to the Bills, we'll do a much more in-depth preview, but just surface level right now to get everyone kind of familiar, a little know your foe, if you will, as the Rams just had an incomplete pass on 4th and 3, and they are now going to be hosting the loser of the Vikings-Lions game as I watch this game in real time. But back to the know your foe here. The Bills have been fantastic this year because of one guy predominantly, Josh Allen. So Vance Joseph has a week to figure out how to make sure Josh Allen does not take over this game. Josh Allen's going to get his place. He's probably going to have a rushing touchdown. He's probably going to have a passing touchdown or 2. But you have to make sure Josh Allen does not have 2 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, right? You got to make sure that Josh Allen just doesn't quite get enough where Denver can't keep their offense in this game. The Broncos defense has struggled in December. 3 games, they give up over 30 points or more. Hopefully, even though they play the Chiefs backups, they can use that shutout to go, let's not forget, we're a damn good defense. And what do we do best? Rushing the passer. That has to be the teeth of Denver's defense to slow down Josh Allen and the Bills. Often we think, okay, if you're going to get after the quarterback, you got to have great pass rushers. You skipped a step when you say that. You want to get after the quarterback, you got to make sure the quarterback throws the football. You want to make sure he throws the football? Get him in 3rd and long. How do you do that? Stop the run on 1st and 2nd down. If Denver's run defense, which has been really good this year, stops the run and forces Buffalo into passing situations, which they're comfortable with doing, that is going to tee up Denver's pass rushers. You have to earn the right to rush the passer because you forced him to by stopping the run. If Denver can stop the run, then they can get their pass rushers, the best part of their defense after Pat Surtain, in a position to be successful. Buffalo's strategy is do not let Denver's greatest strength come through. Do not get them a spot where they can really pin their ears back and send 5 of their best pass rushers. Stop the run, and you're going to let your defense play into its strengths. So that's what I want to see defensively from Denver. Because to me, that has to be the key for the Broncos' success. Is can this defense play like a top 3, top 5 defense it has been for much of the year up until late? Now let's talk about Bo Nix and the offense going up against this Buffalo Bills defense, which is not filled with household names, kind of like the anonymous crush for Denver. Great name from John Gruden. But they have a knack for finding the football. They've got a knack for takeaways. Buffalo has done a tremendous job of protecting the football. They constantly win the turnover battle. And remember the last time these two teams faced off? Monday night in Buffalo? 5 takeaways from Denver's defense? We're going to need another game like that. Because that's when things start to go sideways when you are an underdog on the road in the playoffs. Offensively, I think it's pretty simple. You don't have to do anything special. I don't think Denver's offense needs a masterclass to beat the Bills. If it requires a masterclass to beat the Bills, that means we're in a shootout. If we're in a shootout with the Bills, you've lost. I don't want Bo Nix to be in a shootout with Josh Allen. He was in a shootout with Joe Burrow and he lost. If you find yourself in a shootout, you're in trouble. So defensively, priority number 1 is slowing down Allen and getting the pass rush in a good spot. Offensively, it's continue doing what you've been doing all year. Get Bo Nix on the move. He's one of the most mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. Find some level of success on the ground. I don't need them to have a 100-yard rusher. They just can't rush for 60 yards as a team. Get me 80 to 100 yards as a team, and we can work with that. Bo has been great about finding the open guy, more often than not, Cortland Sutton. This offense just needs to not put the defense in a bad position. Win field position. Take care of special teams. Don't give the Bills any free handouts. They've already got the leg up on you. They're at home, and they've got the superstar power. Just protect the football. Get your pass rushers ready. Win on special teams. And give yourself a chance going into the fourth quarter. Because we have seen the Bills, I don't know if you guys are aware of the Buffalo Bills history. They've had some chokes and some meltdowns on the brightest stage. Just put yourself in that spot to allow them to make a mistake. Buy yourself that time in the game. So what is your one-word reaction to the Broncos finding themselves in the big dance for the first time since hoisting the Lombardi in Santa Clara in Super Bowl 50? One-word reactions coming in from Todd during our live show right now. Bo Leave. I love it, Todd. We got another one coming in from Desire Best. Bo Leave. The more the merrier. We've got Bulwark Grit. I like this one from Bulwark. Love a good gritty team. A little lunch pail group. Florian Resurrected. The Broncos are too proud of a fan base to go this long without having a postseason appearance. I mean, this 8-year stretch was the longest stretch in franchise history since they first made the playoffs back in 1972, I think it is. The first time they ever made the playoffs after like 10 years of the franchise's first years of the franchise's history with no postseason appearance. Ever since they made the playoffs the first time, they have never gone 8 years without making the playoffs until now. But that's over. And then I Bleed Blue, playoffs. That one works as well. A simple, classic playoffs, baby. So, I'm not sorry, Bengals fans. Ultimately, the Dolphins lost Dolphins are losing 25-20 as I film right now. Bengals nearly got in with Joe Burrow, I don't give a damn. We've got Broncos at Buffalo, Pittsburgh at Baltimore, Chargers at Texans, and if the Broncos win, they get another date with the Kansas City Chiefs, who they just dog-walked 38-30. Backups, I know, but dog-walked.